Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a 200 word per minute literary dictation, Gaining a Leash on Life, Part 5, and we will begin. Having moved his body and his muscles into a ready state, Bud approaches the open door. He moves slowly and deliberately toward the door and takes a few steps into the world, but then he stops. He stops not with a halt that signals he has forgotten something. No, he stops as if experiencing this world, this backyard, for the first time. There he is, snout poised high in the air. He gathers in all the world has to offer this morning. He greets the sensation with his full attention and appears to savor each breath as one testing a new wine or food on his palate. What a wonderful experience that must be, experiencing the world for the first time. Bud has given a special gift. Actually, all dogs have been given this gift, or perhaps more accurately stated, they have been spared the curse of human nature to have an almost infinite capacity for taking things for granted. Bud doesn't take his stretch or his first experience of the morning air for granted. How lucky to be him. When was the last time you've taken a deep breath, a really deep breath, and were aware of all the richness in that experience? When was the last time that you were fully aware of the magic to be found in your chest expanding and tightening, your heart faintly beating in the distance, the smell of the springtime, or the residue of an afternoon shower in the air? These are diamonds waiting to be mined. Each day you are afforded the gift of breath and the wonders of exquisite smells. Breath that is so precious that it sustains life, and smells that can invite your memories, stir your feelings, and color your moods. Each breath is an opportunity for you to embrace life, and with each exhale to celebrate your being, your very existence. How powerful, how inviting, if only you had paused to be aware. But it is not just the sense of smell and the process of breathing that offer such delights. Perhaps each day you leave your house by foot or car and travel the beaten path to your assigned destination. As you travel, you may become lost in the chatter of the radio, the repetitive traffic noise, or even thoughts of evenings past or the anticipated challenges of the day. Perhaps you, like me, and so many others, travel to your destination while at the same time missing the wonders of the journey. Certainly, you've seen a sunset and sunrise. You've noticed the neighbor's lovely azalea or flower bed. You can even remember marveling at the resiliency of the willow as it bent in response to the winds of an upcoming storm. You have experienced these riches of our world, but when? How long ago? Have you fallen prey to exercising that infinite capacity to take things for granted? If so, then it's time to wake up. It's time to respond to the alarm clock with a preparatory stretch, taking time to pause, not because you forgot something, but because you are overwhelmed by the riches of this world. That's what Bud does. A Buddhism, learning to be aware of the richness of the world. Look at him. He sits, snout poised and posed to gather in all the world has to offer. He knows the world is rich and stimulating. It is the same for you. You just need to stop and take it in. I know this is not new to you, but it helps to be reminded. I can remember talking to a dear friend of mine and complaining about how difficult it was to jog in the morning with Bud. I explained to my friend that we start to run, and then he stops and sniffs. Then he takes off, and then stops and looks around. Then he takes off again only to stop and smell something else, or perhaps mark a special spot. Well, as I went on, my friend interrupted me by simply saying, "Maybe you should too." Taken back just a bit and knowing my friend's somewhat twisted sense of humor, I asked, "What do you mean? Mark?" "No," he responded, "simply stop, take time to look around and smell and experience the world rather than simply jog past it." Wow, what a great recommendation. What a good friend. That is maybe what Bud was trying to tell me, but I'm a bit hard-headed and may need to hear it twice. Perhaps you are as well? Stop, look, and listen. Rather than starting your day on automatic, get up just a few minutes earlier than usual and pause as you exit your door. Look and listen as if this were your first encounter with the world. What do you observe? What sounds greet you? What appears different since you last took time to notice? Are the trees responding to the changing season? Do the shadows on the building mark the changing positions of our sun? Are the birds preparing for new families or moving to warmer climates? Is there silence in this morning, or the rhythms of your city, your town waking? Rather than travel to that all-familiar path to work or school, or running one of the many chores that occupy your time, find a new route. It will force you to pay attention. Pay attention to the surroundings and riches of your journey. How does this path differ from the way you usually travel? The aroma of your world. Stop as you enter a room and close your eyes. For just a moment, take in all that you can with one deep breath. Breathe in the life, the presence of that room. Perhaps it will be the scent of fresh cut flowers or coffee brewing in the morning that greets you. Perhaps it will be the aroma of baked goods or fresh fruit that stimulates your senses. Or perhaps it is the newsprint or the copy toner or a coworker's aftershave or perfume that engulfs you. In whatever form, this breath and these aromas are gifts that are yours for the taking if you simply stop and are aware. Okay, now this is the end of video 5, and I will see you in video 6.